you ready to be a daddy?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
I'm Michael.
And we want to be dads.
Someday.
Do you have a uterus yet? I don't have a uterus yet, no. We've been trying, it's not happening. We're gonna have to go a different route.
Okay.
We've been filming videos along our surrogacy journey because this is like our only time to sit down and actually talk about it and process what's going on.
One step at a time. We don't know how everything plays out, and I don't think anybody really does.
And actually in doing these videos, I've come to realize, like, even us just sitting down and talking about it, we're both learning a lot from each other and like from you guys, because you're asking questions, then we have to think about it, and then we answer, and we look it up, and we figure stuff out. So this is actually very helpful for us.
Where are we at in the journey?
So the last time we did a video, we were trying to solidify our team, decide exactly who we were going to go with as far as surrogacy agency and fertility clinics go.
Yeah.
We were trying to decide between some in Oregon and some in Texas, and we finally came to a decision.
We made a decision.
Can we get the cheering in here?
Not that it's exponentially less overwhelming, but I think it feels good to I think we know our next steps pretty well now. Yeah. So, what did we decide?
We decided that we are going to have our baby in Texas! We should be wearing cowboy hats for this.
So would have never.
So are we moving to Texas?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeehaw! Let's go, baby! It's Texas time!
Let's round us up some babies. Is that how they do it?
This isn't even a cowboy hat. This is my safari hat.
We don't own cowboy hats for good reason.
Well, this is the closest thing I have.
Oh.
Should I bring it with me to Texas?
Are we gonna have to buy cowboy?
Will people laugh at me?
Are we gonna have to dress our babies up in chaps?
Yes! All American babies! We're about to round up some babies here in Texas. I'm gonna go on a rodeo with the babies. You ready?
I don't think it should be legal for you to use that accent.
Some people don't think it should be legal for us to have babies.
Well,
but
that's
here
true.
we are.
That's true. How did we decide on Texas?
How did we land on Texas? Michael and I signed up for the Gays with Kids Academy, and in talking with some of the people from the Gays with Kids team, they gave us a bunch of information on different surrogacy agencies around the country.
So essentially they vetted a lot of agencies and clinics, and they sort of hand-picked clinics and agencies around the US that work well with gay male couples.
That's not to say that we don't do our own vetting, because of course...
No, we talk to a lot of people.
And looking into the organization, reading up on it, doing our own research, all of that is very important. It's just good to have that extra recommendation from sources that we know and trust.
Yes, 100%.
And then at the same time, looking into everything on our own, we landed on Texas because ultimately of the egg donor availability and surrogate availability within the state of Texas in comparison to Oregon.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just going to be a more streamlined process with less hurdles. Dallas is a huge area, Texas is a huge state. There's just more people there. So that just means more people who are probably willing to be egg donors and surrogates. Oregon's pretty small, honestly, and a lot of people are coming to Oregon to do surrogacy.
And we were finding there's long wait lists, very long wait lists.
There's just not as many people, so there's not as many surrogates, and there's not as many egg donors that are readily available. We just felt like we could get it maybe all done relatively close to the Dallas
one geographic area.
Hopefully that's gonna make the process easier. I feel like it's gonna make the process easier.
Big thing for us was if we were going with the surrogacy agency and the fertility clinic in Oregon, then there was a high likelihood that we would also have to refer out an additional service with some kind of boutique egg donor agency, which would be a third party. So now we're working with 3 different companies, and then that would be extra costs, extra hurdles, extra travel, possibly getting somebody from a different country or a different state to donate their egg, and it would just and not to mention the timeline and going out even further and further. So looking into everything that was available and the options that were out on the table for us, we're okay, Texas has egg donors available. Texas has surrogates that are available on a tighter timeline than in Oregon. And these companies work well together. This is a good decision for us. We can go with them and feel confident that they're going to take care of us.
And they were very responsive. Every time that we would ask a question, they would be back the same day.
But we also had a very good experience talking to the organizations in Oregon.
Totally.
Which made it a really difficult decision.
That's why it was hard. Big things.
Big choices. So yeehaw!
Yeehaw,
baby! Some babies. I can't. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
What we learned is actually from our friend who did surrogacy and had their baby delivered in Idaho. Idaho is like one of 2 states where both of the fathers, if you're a gay couple, are not immediately put on the birth certificate. So they have to go to Florida
to do a legal process in order to get both names on the birth certificate.
Because Florida has this weird loophole.
But if you could imagine going through this whole process, multiple years trying to make a baby, and then the baby is finally born, and the state's like, you both can't be on the birth certificate, only one of you can.
Yeah.
That's a headache. It just makes me so sad and angry that that's like actually a thing.
We confirmed that we would both be on the birth certificate in Texas.
So where do we go from here? What's the timeline look like? Like, what are we looking at ahead? A couple different things at the same time. This is where it gets complicated. Michael and I have to plan our first trip to Texas, where we will get our sperm tested and see how fertile we are. Hopefully we're both fertile and able to produce offspring, and if that is the case, then we will both give samples to prepare for our twins. Get all that done.
And we have to go through like a psych evaluation, so.
Yeah, we have a psych evaluation, which
wish us luck.
Yeah, hopefully we pass that with flying colors, but we'll see. I don't know, there's hurdles. Also, what we're doing right now is we're searching on the databases, both on our surrogacy agency and our fertility clinic, in order to see if they have viable options for egg donors. They have databases with egg donors listed for, a lot of it is people just around the Dallas and Fort Worth area. So we're actually looking through profiles and trying to figure out like, who's going to be the mother of our children?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird, kind of
crazy. It's bizarre. Like, what are we looking for in a match for the mother of our children?
I mean, egg donors have to go through a pretty extensive health history, like medical review. So we're looking at that.
Choosing an egg donor is one of the most difficult parts of the entire process for a lot of couples, because it is it's a big thing. Like, choosing who you want to be the mother of the children that you're going to have.
Yeah.
And without having any kind of personal relationship with this person or knowing them beforehand.
It's definitely an odd situation to be in, right? Because you get to just choose, and so then you have to come up with like criteria.
I think for the most part, it's just like a feeling that you have when you look at somebody and say like, oh, I don't know. It's an emotional thing where you look at somebody's profile and you read about their personality and read their written responses and think, does that click with me? Does that feel like it's cohesive with our personalities and work really well? And you just have to take the pieces that are available and see what fits.
It's like online dating, but you get a kid at the end.
That's a good way of putting it. And if you would like to give us your eggs, please let us know.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
1-800.
No, but seriously.
Give Matt and Michael eggs. Okay, so we spent a lot of time talking about psychological testing and egg donors. We also have to match with a surrogate. That's a whole process as well that involves a lot of lifestyle, personality, I don't know, just like relationship. Again, like how do we get along? Like, do we want the same things out of the journey? How much involvement do they want?
I'm gonna summarize. We go to Texas, we do the sperm thing, we get the egg donors, and then
we get the egg donors.
We get the egg donor, do that whole process. Hormones. They donate the egg, we inoculate the egg with our sperm.
They create embryos.
An embryo, and then that gets frozen and waiting for a surrogate. And then we go through the matching process for a surrogate. Legal. Hormones. And then they go in and pregnant.
You should be a fertility nurse.
I should be a fertility nurse?
Yeah, you should.
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be fun to like...
I mean, that would be really fun.
Help people grow families.
Oh.
No poop.
So that's the process that we're looking at in a nutshell, or in an eggshell.
I was literally thinking in an eggshell, or in a nutshell.
Stop! So we did get a couple questions in our previous video in the comment section that we wanted to answer. What was the first question?
I think it was... Somebody was asking, how are twins possible? They were like, oh my gosh, you want twins? That's amazing. How is that even possible?
So they get the eggs from one egg donor. They get sperm from me. They get sperm from Michael. They take those eggs that they harvest from the one egg donor and they put them into 2 separate piles. And then they put my sperm on one, and then they put Michael's sperm on the other. I would say like petri dishes, you know? And then they allow those to simmer, and once they're done cooking, they put one in the womb, and they put the other one in the womb at the same time. And then you have half siblings, but also twins. They have the same genetic mother, but different genetic fathers.
So we've always called them twiblings. But I don't know if that's a scientific term.
Twiblings, because they're twins, but they're also siblings.
Yeah, they're twins, but they're half siblings, so they're not like identical.
They're
sibling
fraternal half
twins.
sibling twins.
Half sibling twins.
Yes.
Twiblings is just much easier to say. And guess what?
What?
We have a gay doctor.
Yay! That is the updates of where we're at in this process so far. If you have more questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below as well.
And you'll probably see us going to Texas someday soon.
My hope is that the next video we make on this is our trip to Texas.
That would be cool.
Doing our sperm thingies.
It would be mostly like not that part, but yeah.
That could be the title of the video. Doing sperm thingies in Texas.
Maybe that's what they should comment. If we go to Texas and we're doing all of that sample, give us a good title for that video.
Yeah.
And we'll see who wins.
Yeah.
It'll be a competition. I don't know.
Let's get creative.
I don't know if you get any prizes, but you know, maybe.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below.
And smash that like button.
Dang. Yeah, good job.
I don't know why we started that.
I don't either. Yeehaw, you gotta smash that like button.
We're done.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.